Within each of us is a desire to move forward, to aspire for something better, to be included, to improve our lives. As the world strives to provide safely managed sanitation for everyone, we can all play a part in securing a new and better future. Since 2000, 2.1 billion people have gained access to basic sanitation services, and the proportion of the global population practicing open defecation has decreased from 21% to 9%. The progress we've made stretches far beyond the numbers we celebrate. It lives on the streets and in communities where we can see how far we've come, but also be reminded of how far we still need to go.
जिंदगी में छोट-छोट बातें ख्याल नहीं करती थे। हमार गरीब लोगन के जैसे सफा टॉयलेट और सफा खाना पानी होए पड़ला सबसे भारी। मोर अंदर छोड़ के लाग बाहर दिशा कहीं ना और ठारो पर।
Access to water, sanitation and hygiene is a basic human right, necessary for the most basic and routine of all human needs. But for hundreds of millions of people, it remains out of reach.
Periods time lo margadadil lekapodam valana nenu 3-5 days inti daggara undadam valana anduvalana nenu nelalo adi teachers steppe paatalu nerchukovodam valana.
If we take a closer look at sanitation, we see that 4.2 billion people still do not have safely managed sanitation services, of which 2 billion have no basic sanitation facilities at all, and 673 million people still practice open defecation.
दगदग छोटो है तान लागत ओ गिरक दे रही थूं गाय बच्चों से भैंसीन से ऊंचा मारक दे रही थूं तो चोट लागत कह के हाल भाग थूं कह के.
Most of those being left behind live in rural areas in the least developed countries, in 39 countries in sub-Saharan Africa, East and Southeastern Asia, and Oceania. A growing population means open defecation is increasing.
5 वर्ष झाला आम्ही फुटपायरीवर पडलेला आहोत. आम्ही उघड्या रानात संडास बसतो, उघड्या रानात आंघोळी करतो.
Bakana malapanga bogi mugundina. Adirtina dena. Utinyo na katayo. Ngatal pela kokona kidanga de bazinga kotoni. Yala bedilu ngatala galu de matiki midena. Kina autozi. Problem laga na meda kataina. Bedikuba I salo suduki. Lesa bena medal panga be pu bazinga butu. Ya bande kina poki, lesa na mede poki kini.
Securing a better future for all requires bold and urgent steps to reach those who are being left behind. Those who face ongoing deprivation and inequalities in services because of discrimination, the geographical location of their homes, their inability to influence government, their vulnerability to crime, conflict or natural disasters, and because of their poor socio-economic status.
నేను కరీంనగర్ నుండి వచ్చాను. మా కమ్యూనిటీ ఇప్పుడు అందరూ చాలామంది SRS క్యాస్ట్రేషన్ చేయించుకుంటున్నారు. చేయించుకున్న వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా ఆరోగ్యంగా ఉండట్లేదు. ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళకు మూత్రంలో ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ వచ్చి వాళ్ళు సరైన క్లీన్ చేసుకోకపోవడం వల్ల చాలా ఇబ్బందులు పడుతున్నారు. వాళ్ళు ఏంటంటే మామూలుగా బయట క్లీన్ చేసుకోకనే ఇవన్నీ ఇబ్బంది పడుతున్నారు.
बहिनीहरू हुनुहुन्छ त्यस व्यवसाय गर्ने क्रममा अब यहाँ टोयलेटको त्यति राम्रो व्यवस्था छैन र महिलाको त्यही हो महिना महिनावारी हुन्छन्.
I would like to have toilet papers. I like to have that, and then water tanks to be given so that we wash hands when we come from latrine.
Around the world, members of the poorest and most marginalized communities are least likely to be included in the data and evidence governments use to allocate resources and shape policies. They are the individuals who are most affected by poor sanitation and least able to respond. They want their voices to be heard.
আমরা অন্যদের মতন যেন আমরা অধিকারটা পাই, আমরা এরকম থাকতে চাই না.
In 2015, the world rallied to support the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals, pledging to leave no one behind. Targets 6.1 and 6.2 are steering a path towards achieving access to safe and affordable drinking water and equitable sanitation and hygiene for all. To reach these targets, governments are expected to identify and progressively reduce inequalities in water, sanitation and hygiene services, closing the gaps between disadvantaged groups and the rest of the population. But the latest reports show that only 40 out of the 152 countries are on track to achieve basic sanitation for all by 2030. And that progress is slowest in rural areas and among the poorest wealth quintile.
The inequalities are increasing, not decreasing, which means that the policies are still prioritizing the wealthiest part of the population. So leaving no one behind means that the policies should invert this order of priority. They need to put first the people that are the most marginalized.
Providing universal access to sanitation for all requires accelerated progress among the most excluded and marginalized groups, giving them a voice and empowering them to participate in making decisions that will best improve their lives.
When we think on the right to sanitation, we can identify strong links with the right to health. We can also think on the right to education.
মেরে ফেলবো কিবা জবা করে খেয়ে ফেলবো আমরা মানুষ তা আমরা মানুষ হয়ে আমরা মানুষের মতন অধিকার চাই
Sanitation is not definitely about just toilets. It's about dignity, it's about women's empowerment, it's about the whole community feeling proud about themselves.